In September of this year, my mom passed away from cancer. In this video, I'm going to tell you the 3 things that her disease and her passing taught me. My mom was diagnosed with cancer earlier this year. Due to COVID complications, she was passed from one doctor to another without anybody really taking responsibility for her health. Because she was neglected by the system, her disease progressed at a very fast rate. She was diagnosed in February, but she didn't get her first treatment till July, and she died in September. What my mom had to learn the hard way was that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. By the time my mom was diagnosed with cancer, she was already in stage 4. My mom spent the last 30 years working multiple jobs, trying to make ends meet, but never putting energy and time into her health. Because my mom never worked out, because my mom never learned about nutrition, and because she took her health for granted, she ended up getting a preventable disease that ended up costing her her life. In order to live a longer, healthier life, you have to work to prevent disease. That means you need to exercise on a regular basis. You need to eat foods that don't have harmful chemicals and that are going to give your body the nutrients it needs to build muscle based on the exercise that you do. That means you need to make sure whatever job you're doing is not affecting your sleep and affecting your emotional state. The number 2 thing that I learned throughout this ordeal is that negative emotions are deadly. My mom was one of those people that would be slighted easily. And once slighted, she would hold on to those negative emotions for a long period of time. You cut her off in traffic, she'd get mad and she'd stay mad. You didn't bring the food quick enough at the restaurant, she'd get mad and she'd stay mad. If you didn't call her when she expected you to call her, she would get mad and stay mad. Eventually, this long emotional refractory period led to her being into a bad mood. This bad mood led to her having a negative outlook on life and affected her personality, which in turn affected her personal reality. In order for you to not let negative emotions affect you physiologically, you need to recognize when you have a negative emotion and cut it off as quick as possible. Anytime in life, you can choose to look at the glass as half full or half empty. If somebody cuts you off, don't get angry at them. Understand that maybe they're in a hurry and they didn't do things correctly leading up to that moment in time. And no matter what, you're going to get to your destination eventually. We are all going towards a destination. That destination is death. Don't be in a hurry to get there. Don't be upset when you feel like you're running behind. If somebody slights you, allow that emotion to wash away and look at the world as half full. Have gratitude for the fact that you're alive. Have gratitude for the fact that you're able to do what a lot of people cannot. There are so many people in this world that just want to be healthy. If you have your health, you can do anything that you put your mind to. So have gratitude in your life and don't allow negative emotions to control you, because negative emotions will lead to disease. Negative emotions stress you out. The more stress that you have, the more likely you are to get a preventable disease. So make sure anytime you see a negative emotion in your mind that you work to correct it, you look around and you find some gratitude in your environment so that you can continue to have a positive attitude and exude positive emotions. If you have positive emotions and you have a good outlook on life, your reality will reflect that. The number 3 thing that I learned from my mom dying of cancer is that you are in charge of your own happiness. You see, my mom was always waiting for a savior to come into her life and change things for her. She was always hoping that somebody would recognize what she was going through and would make her happy. But no one can make you happy except for yourself. Just like in the second thing we learned about positive emotions, if you take charge of your own happiness, nobody can take that away from you. You see, happiness is dictated on how you feel physiologically. If you don't exercise, you don't read books, you don't sleep enough hours, you're going to feel like crap. You're not going to be happy. You can't be happy and feel bad at the same time. So how do you take control of your happiness? You take control of the things that you can. You take control of your actions. You shut off the TV, you shut off the social media, and you take a look in the mirror and you ask yourself, what can I do to be happier? If you want to lose weight and you think that'll make you happier, join a gym. If you're not getting enough sleep, turn off the TV and go to bed earlier. If you feel like you're stagnant in life, read a book, take a course, develop yourself so that you can continue to grow and you can continue to be happy. My mom went through life thinking that working to pay bills was enough, that existing was enough, and no wonder she was unhappy. She didn't work out, she didn't develop herself, and she continually looked for others to help her and provide her with happiness. So she ended up suffering from a disease I'm convinced was caused by sadness. If you want to avoid the same fate, then make sure that you're developing yourself, that you're exercising, that you're maintaining your health before you lose it. Don't become a part of the medical system. Once you become part of the medical system, now you're going to get bounced around and nobody really cares about your health but you. You're in charge of your health. You're in charge of your happiness. So make sure that you continually look at ways that you can make yourself happier, that you can keep yourself healthier, and that you can develop as a person. I hope you guys learned a little something from this video, and I look forward to speaking to you guys again.